And excuse my airplane hair. My flight left Las Vegas this morning at 7 o'clock, and I had to be up by like 4, I got up at like 4:20 so that I could just get dressed and be out for the shuttle at the hotel for 5 o'clock. And the weekend was amazing. First of all, thank you for everyone that prayed for safe flights for me and no issues with TSA security or anything. All of that went smooth. There was no issues. Got through TSA pre-check, got my bags checked. Everything went really well. The trip out there was a little bit sketchy, going from Nashville to Tennessee, or from Nashville to Vegas, because they were having major winds, and they actually shut down the Las Vegas airport for a number of hours because they couldn't have planes coming in or out because it was so windy. So I think my flight was like one of the last sets to come in, and there was a lot of people that were delayed, or they just weren't able to get things rescheduled. So yeah, it was really, really weird, unprecedented weather. But everything went fine for me, so for that I'm really happy. Headed home to see my hubby and my babies, and I'm very excited. It was 2 full jam-packed days of great speakers. Start at 8 o'clock in the morning and go until 5 o'clock in the evening. So it was a full day. There was an hour for lunch, and there was a few 15-minute breaks here and there. Thank you, I did. Yes, I got about another hour and a half to drive home. So known online for a year or two. I got to meet Fred Bickman and Dr. Barry, the 2 crazy ketos, Dave Feldman. So let me tell you a little bit about this conference. Just put the link on Instagram. I was going to do one here and one on Instagram. I'm just not going to do that. So that's just it. He, through some medical things, he ended up shifting gears and now working in basically crowdsource funding for like testing and studies and things like that for things in the low carb realm and cholesterol and all of that. So he is part of it's called the Coalition Science Foundation, and it is completely nonprofit. So the reason that I'm telling you this is because I want you to go and look it up. When I do my longer video where I put together like everything, which hopefully will be later this week, I'll have the link for there. But they work 100% on donations, and all the donations go directly to the to funding the studies. So this whole conference was completely donations. So the tickets were a donation, and you could choose different levels, or you could pick your own, but it was all donation. The speakers came on their own dime. They were not paid. So they paid for their flight out, they paid for their ticket, they paid for everything. So there was nothing, they were just also speakers. The vendors that were there paid for that space, which they end up paying for the venue. So nothing from the coalition went to the venue. So they're doing really, really important work. And I have looked at other keto conferences and things like that, and I can't afford them. The amount of the cost of the tickets is typically outrageous. And honestly, there's a couple that, I wouldn't mind going to, like Low Carb Denver. That's more educational. But a lot of the really big ones, like Hack Your Health, which is the old KetoCon, and some of the other ones, from my understanding, and it's secondhand because I've never been there, but they're very expensive to go to, and it's not the level of education, it's more of the hype and the getting to like hang out with and that's fine, and that may be your jam. It's not my jam. If I'm going to spend that money, I want to be going to learn things. So yeah, I really, as I learned more this weekend about it's basically a citizen scientist, so it's grassroots, getting the education, and they're partnering with doctors and scientists and clinics. They're putting together a documentary, which hopefully will be out, I think, at the end of the year. We got to see a sneak peek on that. But it's really important work, and it's run 100% on donations. Dave gave us, at the closing yesterday, the totals that they had, because they had some people that were coming in, like had found out about it, they live in the area or whatever, they had found out about it, so they came in and they bought a ticket then. And I think he said after, they have to take the credit card processing fees, out, obviously. But after that, this past weekend raised I want to say it was $56,000. And it could have ended up being more, but it was totally worth it. I got to meet 4 of the coaches that are in Dr. Barry's group, that I'm a member of, and so that was really exciting. And there was a number of us from the group there. Last night we went to Rodizio's Steakhouse, and let me tell you, if you are in excuse me, I need to swig my tea. This is unsweetened iced tea for those of you that are wondering. If you are in Las Vegas, you must go to Rodizio Steakhouse. So it's a Brazilian steakhouse, it's all you can eat, and the price was great. The service was phenomenal. The general manager actually was helping to wait on us and bring us the meat, and I got some pictures that'll be in the video that I'm gonna do. But some of the guys that would come around with the skewers, hilarious. So I'm not a big chicken eater. The first thing that they brought out was bacon wrapped steak. So we were all like, yeah, we're on that, put it down. So then they come out with bacon wrapped chicken. And the young guy is like, and they're all like Brazilian. They're, so they have the accent, which just makes it even better. And he's like, bacon wrapped chicken. I'm like, no, thank you. And he goes, I said, I don't care for chicken. But it's bacon! And he was giving me some crap in a fun way, not in a bad way, in a fun way. So he's like, there was a spicy, sweet and spicy chicken that they brought out, and I didn't want it, but I was talking to someone else, and then I turned around, he's like, oh no, you will like this. And he puts a piece on my plate, and I was like, I took a bite of it, I did not like it, and I put it on a plate of someone else that had left, and So yeah, if you live in Las Vegas or you're visiting Las Vegas, Rodizio's is definitely a must-do. Just a very nice atmosphere. So let's see what else. There was nothing else really. It was just such an amazing weekend. I feel like my brain is gonna explode. I'm still digesting everything. Saturday's sessions were a lot more technical and nuanced than Friday's sessions. Friday had a lot of good educational sessions they did and a lot of science, but let me tell you, Saturday's was wow. And like the first session at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was a 45-minute session, and it was so technical. Like your brain really woke up. I mean, yeah, your brain just really woke up. So yeah, now I'm just I packed up everything last night, and then I pinched something in my shoulder up by my neck, so I just had a hard time sleeping last night, and my brain wouldn't shut down. I was really surprised in the casino part, because every hotel there has a casino with it. They had a little burger restaurant, Johnny Rockets, and I didn't think that I wasn't planning on getting anything, but yesterday I was just really hungry, and I've been trying to really just listen to my body's hunger cues, because I've been under eating, and that's been messing with my thyroid and my hormones. So I'm trying an N=1 experiment of really tracking and just really getting back in touch with my hunger signals, because I was not realizing it, and then I kind of like pushed past. So I've actually been eating 3 meals a day, but still keeping a good fasting window. So really good time restricted eating. So it's not like I'm snacking or anything. But I had brought a couple hard-boiled eggs, and I did have those in the morning after like the second session. And then I was just hungry, so I went to Johnny Rockets, and I was like, okay, I just want 1 burger patty and a side of bacon. And I thought it was going to be at least $10 for that, because it's Vegas, right? And it was with tax and everything, it was only $5.36. So I was like thinking, shoot, I should have gotten 2 burger patties, but it was fine. It was enough. It did the trick so that I wasn't hungry, and I just didn't want to be white knuckling it through the rest of the day's event. And I wanted to just be able to be relaxed and focus on the speakers and learning. And so, yeah, it did the trick. It was fine. And then I pigged out at dinner. Everything was so good at the steakhouse. And, but yeah, so I did not sleep very well last night. And then, like, it's 1:44 here, and yet, is it Donna or what? D. Lee, what is your first name? I know you had it in one of my other videos, and I'm horrible with names, and I am really sorry. But yes, Donna. Okay, yeah, it was right up my alley, both technical and medically. And actually, at dinner last night, we had a nurse practitioner was in our group, and so we got to talking about salt and iodine, because she didn't know much about Redmond's salt, and so we were, talking about using unrefined salt, not using refined salt, and she said, well, how do I handle my patients that they're worried about iodine. I'm like, there is no iodine in the iodized salt. By the time you get it, it's all gone. Anyway, so we really started talking about iodine and Dr. Brownstein's protocol. And so if you know me, you know I'm a complete nerd's nerd. And no, it wasn't Olivia. Olivia is a sweetheart. She's so great. And I am horrible with names. It was not Olivia. She was a different nationality, but total. Her and her husband both were like really, really sweet, and but yeah. So we're starting talking about that, and we're talking about using salt loading and urinating out to help push out bromide toxins, so that you don't get detox issues from that. And Les, the gentleman that was basically my chauffeur, he was super great. He's like, really, we're at dinner and you're talking about urinating? I'm like, it's medical, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and it was just so good this morning, or yesterday was just like phenomenal from morning to night. Tonight will be an early oh yeah, okay, now I'm starting to place that, Donna. I'm starting to place things, and okay, that makes sense. Like I said, I'm really horrible. I'm so horrible with names. It's just not how my brain works, and I really try. So now I will remember. Yeah, I'm on Las Vegas time, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to get back to Wisconsin time, because it's only 11:47 in Las Vegas. So it will be an early bed tonight, and I'm looking forward to sleeping in our nice new bed that we had just gotten last Friday. Sleeping in that again. And this morning, while waiting at the airport, I struck up a conversation with a gentleman that is actually moving from Las Vegas back to Wisconsin, and his mom lives in Milwaukee, and so she was there helping him move, and they had their cab that was going to be in there. Oh, I get to Illinois every now and then. I do. So maybe we'll be able to meet up sometime. But yeah, we started up a conversation, and then I ended up giving him my card because we were talking all about health, and it's really funny and crazy how those things work. And well, I turned to him to start talking because there was this gal that was sitting next to me, you know, while we're in the waiting area to board. And then her loud friends came over. I swear they were still drunk from last night, and they're like just yelling and woohoo! And I was just like, so I turned to him, and we're like making eyes at each other. We're like, this is, oh my gosh, what is up with them? And so then we just kind of started talking, and one thing led to another, and it turns out his daughter lives in Green Bay, which is where we moved from. We lived there for a very long time. She's a nurse, and so just such a small world. It's a real small world, and I met a gal named Jen at the convention, at the conference, and we were both at Johnny Rockets, and I happened to see that she had her lanyard on, and so she was getting ready to order. And I was waiting for my burger patty and stuff, and I was like, so are you enjoying the conference? And then now we became like we started talking during dinner, and we're both Catholic, and she homeschools, and like all this stuff that was just, she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much, you know, so it was pretty cool. So overall, it was a really, really great weekend. I cannot wait to put together. I am in Algoma, so Kewaunee County, kind of close to Sturgeon Bay. It's about 45 minutes from Green Bay. So, yeah, kind of up there in the thumb part of Wisconsin. You know, if you look at Yeah, if you look at the map, I don't, something like that. I'm in like that part. Oops, that part. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting all the pictures together and kind of doing a voiceover. And just, I did record on a few of the sessions, like from beginning to end. I did record those, and I will be posting those separately because they were just so important. And so, yeah, I think I have like 3 or 4 of those. Dr. Bickman's, Dr. Brett Scher, who was amazing. I did record his. I think I recorded Dom D'Agostino's. Don't quote me on that though. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with the yes, I did have a long ride. I'm not good with the technology stuff, so we'll see how it goes putting the video together. But I'm learning. So now I should get home around 3, so I got about another hour or so. Oh, awesome, Donna. I look forward to sharing it. Oh, one other really funny thing. So Dr. Barry's talk was not a normal talk. It was actually a talk about revolution and how this is a grassroots revolution and taking back our health and everything. And I recorded the whole thing. And at one point he said, "And I'll tell the AMA," and he flipped the bird. And I got it on video. So I warned him that I'm going to freeze frame that and I'm going to screenshot it, and it's going up. And he's like, "Okay." So that was yeah, that was pretty hilarious. If you ever watched Dr. Barry, you know he can get pretty animated, and my girls sometimes call him Dr. Sweary Berry. He's getting better, but that's just him. He's authentic, and we love him for that, so that's great. So I am going to end this. Thank you for letting me reminisce and just share some of my excitement, even though it seems a little subdued because I am tired. And yes, contrary to what some people think, meatitarians do get tired. Okay? We are just dudes and chicks, like Dr. Barry said, you know. So, yeah, overall it was a phenomenal weekend, and I am going to find a way to save up through the year so that my husband and I can go next year, because he deserves to be part of this awesomeness too. And yeah, so be sure to, you can Google Dave Feldman Coalition, collaborative science or coalition, I cannot remember, but you could also just look up COSCI, COSCI, and that should get you there, and you can maybe support their work. Okay, so with that, thank you, and we'll talk again soon.